Happy Saturday. What do you say?
What's up?
We are currently heading to the Lexus dealership to get these. Joel. Okay, take two because I spilled my drink.
What was that? Who did it? Who spilled it?
Okay, so my defense, it was in the cup holder, and then when Joel drove really fast out of the neighborhood, it spilled all over me. So technically it was
Starting my own channel to tell the truth.
Technically it wasn't my fault, but we are both recovering from the flu. My dad got a cold right before Christmas, and then my sister's little girl got the flu the 30th. She really got the flu like the day before New Year's Eve, I think. And so I got the flu shot. We all got the flu shot except for my dad and Joel. And so I guess right after like we got home on New Year's Day, Joel started to feel kind of bad, and we like made a mad goose chase to try to find a bunch of urgent cares, but everybody was closed. So we saw we have a place where we live called GoMed, where they actually come to a doctor comes to your house, which is amazing, and tested him for the flu, and he tested positive. And then yesterday morning I woke up like super achy and running a little bit of a fever, so the same guy actually came back and treated me for the flu. So we have both now been on Tamiflu for a couple days. So we're finally on the mend, getting out of the house for the first time in what, 3 days? Since like we haven't been out of our house since like Wednesday. So we're super excited to be out going and running errands. So we're gonna run back to the Lexus dealership because we went earlier and we didn't have my mom's car, so we could not get the spare tire key for it without her. So we ran back to my parents' house and got her keys. So we're gonna head up there now, and then we'll see what the rest of our day brings. Pit stop, gonna grab some new makeup at CVS that I've been watching a bunch of people talk about, and also I've not been able to find. I always used to use the Colossal, but in Express, and I can't find it anymore. So I guess this is the new, and I wear it in Glam Brown because I'm pale. There was trying to think, some eyebrow stuff that I saw a girl talking about that was like meant that you could use if you had red hair. She had red hair, and that's what I wanted to find, but I can't remember what she told me it was called. So stay tuned. Also, y'all, this is embarrassing to say, I used to use this for makeup on my face. True story. Hey y'all, so this is much later in the day since last time I talked to you. It was an epic fail on trying to find eyebrow thing that I was looking for, and while I was in CVS today, I'm out of breath because I just like put lotion and like change my clothes, and I'm out of breath, and I should be using my camera, but I'm using my phone because I'm lazy. But while I was in CVS and I was checking out and getting some stuff for my sister and getting some water, this lady was like in her pajamas, and she was looking kind of crazy, and I was like, okay, no judgment. She had a hospital band on. We've been there, done that. No judgment. And then she turns around and she's got like all these like white splashes on her face. And I was like, wow, this lady looks a little, a little messed up. And so she proceeds to be like asking me where the nearest city is, like the biggest city. And I'm like, well, Atlanta, like, is your biggest, like, your nearest biggest city. And she's like, okay, thank you. Like, she sounded maybe like Canadian or foreign. And so there were two men that were like working at CVS, and she left. She walked out the door, and the guy was like, she was literally asking where she could buy heroin. And I'm like somebody seriously like walked into CVS in her pajamas asking where she could buy heroin. I'm just like, I'm still like, I'm almost like still traumatized. Like, it's so sad that people, like, there's actually people out there that are walking into the CVS asking strangers where to buy heroin. Oh, she still had her hospital bracelet on. I'm like, what did you go to the hospital for? Like, what did you try to get there? And you're looking for heroin. I was just like, so I was honestly traumatized. But it's much later, and I meant to film fixing supper for y'all, but I actually went to a local meat market and got bacon because I love to just eat bacon and cheese for like a snack and a meal. And my nieces literally love the bacon that I get from there. So I cooked it for them, so hopefully they'll come over in the next day or so and we can eat some bacon together. So I did that, and then I got fresh hamburger meat and made hamburger patties. And we actually, it's really cold in Georgia, believe it or not. Well, cold for me. And I actually made them on the stove and coated them with salt and pepper and garlic powder, and then I put them on like a big wok, and then I soaked them in Worcestershire sauce, and they were delicious. And then I had a big salad, and I'm literally laying in bed drinking my favorite Miami wine that I love. I'm actually just sitting in bed. My husband is in there watching some Tucker show. We're actually right now, since we both have the flu, he's been staying up later or waking up in the middle of the night, and we've been watching Scandal together. But he actually watched an episode or two ahead of me because I fell asleep early while he was sick and couldn't sleep. So I actually come in our room. Sorry, I was the low power mode. I actually come into our room to watch an episode or two that he watched without me. And he's in there watching some trucking show in Australia. If you have a husband and you can feel my pain, please comment down below of all these strange things that they watch. So I'm going to catch up on some Scandal and drink some Miami and hopefully enjoy laying in bed. I just put my pajama pants on, got my ugly sweatshirt on, and hopefully enjoy some of my Pinot Noir and some Scandal. Love you guys. See you later. Good morning. Making my coffee, and now I'm going to wash my face, brush my teeth, and get ready to stay at home in my PJs all day because we still have the flu. So, how I normally start off is I use the Dickinson's. It's the Pore Perfecting Toner. I'm just going to use a cotton ball. And I love this stuff. So, one of my really good friends introduced me to this. And it's just been life-changing because it's even after I wash I've been washing my face, and it's I use this and it's still dirty. So I had makeup on yesterday, and I washed my face last night and used 2 cotton swabs of this stuff to clean my face off, and look at the dirt that's still on my face. I've not even walked outside today. What? So, last night I caught back up for my husband on Scandal. And first of all, let me just say, if you've never watched Scandal, I just have to ask what you're doing with your life, because it's the most amazing show ever. So I stayed up until 12:45 last night. Well, first of all, I think from some of the medicines that me and Joel are on, we're a little wired, I guess, on prednisone and stuff, so we're not really tired like we normally are, because I normally am in bed by 9, asleep by 9. A lot of nights I get in bed by 8 or 7:45. But we do get up early because Joel commutes an hour to work, so we do get up pretty early. But since I have to get up today and we've been sick, and we'll probably not have to get up early tomorrow because we're still on the struggle with the flu. So hopefully he will stay up and binge watch some Scandal with me again. And then, so I want to talk to you guys about my skincare just a little bit. I have been obsessed with Lancer skincare products for several years now. I actually was watching Olivia Jade's channel, and because her mom is Aunt Becky off of Full House, and she used Lancer, and I'm like, wow, her skin's perfect. I'm going to start using Lancer. And so I swear by Lancer, but I'm going to have a little cut through. Before Joel and I got married, I got put on the NuvaRing for birth control, and loved it. Like at first, like raved about it. Didn't have like any mood swings, no cravings, like no weight gain, anything. And then all of a sudden, I started getting like awful cystic acne, like all on my jawline, all over my forehead. And I actually went and saw a dermatologist where we live. And so she put me on like an antibiotic, and then I started using Retin-A. And then I've also been using, this is called Onextin. It's a cream that goes on my face. But as much as I've loved Lancer, which is like super expensive, and I love it, but I have noticed since I have had to switch my skincare, since I had gotten on the NuvaRing, my dermatologist put me on, I think you call it CeraVe, and I use the foaming facial cleanser. I switched to only using this, and I will say, like, after less than a week of using this and the creams that she gave me, my skin was like immediately different. And so it's so funny because my sister actually texted me like a day ago and was like, are you still using Lancer like face wash? Because like that's what I got for presents, because it's like my favorite thing. And I was like, no, honestly, like I'm using the CeraVe face wash because ever since I got acne from the birth control, that's what I've been using. And I actually took this with me on New Year's to go to stay at a friend's house because I didn't want to take like my big pump bottle and everything. It was just easy to like put on the go, like in my makeup bag. And I will say, like, I broke out like in several places when I didn't use my CeraVe. And I even use, this is actually a brand new box I just got. I used the AM and the PM lotion because my dermatologist also suggested that. So I will say, if you're maybe struggling with acne, I'm not saying this is going to be your cure, but this has helped me a lot. And even now that like I'm not on the NuvaRing anymore, and I'm not really struggling with cystic acne, this really helps just keep any like kind of bumps and blemishes. This really helps like my pores and my blackheads using that, and really kind of using this Dickinson toner. So I will suggest this. So I'm going to wash my face, brush my teeth, and then I'm also going to show you a little bit of clean with me because our room is a mess. It's got NyQuil on our nightstand. We've got Doritos. So I'm going to show like a little quick clean with me and do some laundry. So just stay tuned. And I always like to be super careful like around my eyes just because it's such a sensitive part of your skin. And my husband left his towel on the door. Just gotta love men. I like to do just like circular motions and then we'll go. And I'm a firm believer of damping your skin dry because your skin is so sensitive. You don't want to create any, anti-aging any earlier. And I'm sorry, y'all. I know the lighting is really bad in here, but for those of you maybe that didn't watch my tiny house living video, we actually do live in my parents' basement. I work from home. I own Cotton and Rosemary, which is an online boutique and jewelry store. And my mom helps me when she can. But it's also been like really great, which is in another video. I'll kind of go into depth about that. But we did have a terrible, terrible tragedy September the 19th this year. And actually my sister's little 9-year-old girl passed away in her sleep. And so thankfully my sister lives, like her little girl Charlotte says, you only live 4 minutes from me, Wawa. And they call me Lala. So it's really honestly like you don't understand the Lord's, like, I'm gonna cry. You don't always see the Lord really kind of paving, his plans out, so clearly. We actually used to live an hour away. My sister moved over here for one of her daughters to go to special needs school. And we like packed up, moved everything almost 5 years ago. And it's so crazy. I had one of our really good friends go like, that was the Lord completely, like the Lord knows like the like, he knows your days are numbered, and that's so true, and he knows that. And so, you know, we didn't know, you know, 5 years ago we moved over here, and my sister living literally like 4 miles away. She was like 2 turns from us and 2 streets over. You didn't know, like, what that was going to mean here in the now in 2019, or 2020 now, but what a horrific tragedy that was going to be. We were 2 minutes from her when she called and realized that she had passed away. And it's like, and I work from home, I work for myself, and it's like I've really been able to work from home and still really try to work on my business, but also be like less than 5 minutes away to be able to take our kids to school and go eat lunch with them and pick them up and take them to cheer or tutoring or counseling. It's just really honestly been such an amazing thing for people to really point out, and to also show like the Lord is paving your steps in life so far before you even realize it. Like 5 years ago, like, we moved over here because he knew this was going to happen, and like he had us live so close together, and it's so just like it shook me when somebody told me that, and I was like, what if you didn't get to work from home? Like, what if you weren't able to like be here to like be such a part of this time in life? And I was like, you know, that's so honestly crazy to think about. You know, when the everyday things are kind of going on and you don't realize that the Lord is honestly paving way every day for things that are going to happen that we have no idea about. You know, that was 5 years ago. You know, I've been in business for myself for over 4 years, and so we didn't understand any of that, and so it's honestly just been such a blessing to see how the Lord works in our life this year. And so it's another reason I got sidetracked, but I'll go into a little more about that, and hopefully you'll see a bunch of my sister's kids in my videos. I spend a lot of time with them. They mean the absolute world to me. I would literally cut off my arm for them. Just saying, not accidentally paid. But so it's such a blessing how the Lord orchestrated for us to, my parents finished this basement for us before we ever got engaged and married, and so moved in here. So it's been such a blessing. My husband has been able to help out and, you know, do stuff for my brother-in-law and do their yard, and help to get kids and go to the grocery store. And so it's really honestly been such a blessing that we've been able to live here, not only to save money to get property and build our own house one day, but it's also been such a blessing to be right here for my parents and for my sister and for her kids. Like, in this time, my husband has honestly never been around kids before. I think my sister's little girl Charlotte, who is 6, but she weighs like 36 pounds. She's tiny. I think it's like the first kid that he's ever held, like little kid. And so it's been so fun to watch them drive the golf cart together, and he's like showing how to do his little lawnmower, and it's just been such an amazing, like, been such a blessing, even in the dark times, to be here and be so blessed. So sometimes I know when life makes no sense and what's going on, but the Lord has a plan. And I'm done preaching to y'all, but I just wanted to talk to y'all about the lighting, and everything down here is not going to be that great. And I'm not a professional. I'm on my phone. I'm actually using my husband's boot box in our bathroom to record this. So hopefully I'm going to get a little better at this, but I appreciate all of y'all being so dedicated and watching and leaving sweet comments on some of my videos and being so encouraging. So I'm going to brush my teeth because I don't know of anybody that likes to watch people brush their teeth. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do a little clean with me, and I will see you in just a minute. it's a little bit later, and I am just getting in the car, and I'm about to head back to Steinmart because my sister's little girl actually left for a Disney trip this morning, and she needed some extra clothes and stuff, and I got her like a bunch of extra stuff, and the sizes didn't fit, which I wasn't sure because things are a little different than some of the other places she normally shops from. So you can hear my husband's chainsaw in the background. So I am gonna head to Steinmart and take some of that stuff back, and I don't know, wherever else the wind blows, maybe go to Target. We'll see. But my mom's gonna go with me, so y'all can meet her and ride with us. Say hello, children. Where are you? Murph, Murph. Say hey. Say hey to the vlog. So, change of plans. We decided to take my truck because we brought the dogs, and since Mom got a brand new car, the animals are not allowed in her car right now. So, we brought her dog, Murphy, and then mine is the large one in the back. And that is the car seat for my sister's little girl. We do not have kids, but we do tote her child around all the time. Hey y'all, so I'm back home, and I actually went to Sprouts Market for the first time today and got a really yummy veggie tray. It was like $4.99. My dad's been getting them from Publix, and they're like $18, just kind of like for the holidays and stuff. And so I got one of those for like $5, so I'm really excited. But and neighbors across the street from us, we call them the Golden Girls. One of them actually fell and broke her femur. So I'm going to make her, hold on, the Aldi brand cookie brownie, like we call them cookie brownie bars because my Spanish teacher in high school made these. They're amazing. So I'm going to do this right now. Let's see. So you need 2 tablespoons of water, a half a stick of butter, and 1 egg. So I have to introduce y'all properly to all of my crazy animals. Jack is Bubba. We call him Bubba. That's mine and Joel's 2.5-year-old Chesapeake Retriever, which is our child. I mean, if you know us, you know. Take y'all with me as I put this in the microwave. If you know us, I'm sorry, and I'm really still getting used to. I really should film on my camera, but I'm a little lazy. And so, filming on my phone right now. He is our child, and he has a condition called megaesophagus, and which means that he doesn't vomit, but he regurgitates. We're like still cleaning for the holidays. He regurgitates all of his food, so this is gonna sound nasty. What that means is, like, his esophagus doesn't like clamp down like it should, so part of what he eats and drinks goes to the stomach, and part of it just comes out like whenever it comes out. Like, we never know, it just surprises us and it comes out. So so he has a lot of health conditions, which are things that like I'll kind of vlog and tell y'all about when they happen. But yeah, he's our child, and Joel knows, like, if it's him or Bubba, like, it's been great being married to you. I'm just kidding. No, but that's our precious dog. And then there's Murphy, and he actually showed up at my grandfather's house just a couple of months before my grandfather actually passed away, and we actually went up there, and he lived on like a main highway in North Georgia in Dalton. And we went up there, and he had been just like hanging around my grandfather's backyard, just like no fenced yard, like literally on the highway. And I was just like, I have to have him, like, he's so precious. So we brought him home, named him Murphy, and he is a German Shepherd, Golden Retriever, Husky, Border Collie mix. But he is my mom's dog through and through, like, obsessed with her. But those are our 2 crazy animals. If all my dreams were to come true right now, I would also have a Golden Retriever puppy, which Joel would want one too, but Bubba would disown us, so. But I'm going to put y'all back over here on my really great stand, which is wine that my friend got me for Christmas. So I'm going to make these, and then I'm going attempt to try to edit some of the other videos done this weekend. And I'm finally starting to feel a little better. Last night, Bill and I were literally laying in bed. It's like propped up, and we were like, "Can you breathe?" And he's like, "No." And he's like, "Can you breathe?" I'm like, "No." So, prayers is that we're finally going to start feeling better, because I really need to get back to orders and work. I'm taking some time off after Christmas, and he also needs to get back to work. Thankfully, he works for, he's a government employee, so if you're like familiar, he has a lot of sick time, or he just has like, you build up a good bit of vacation. So thankfully he still has a good bit of time off. So I'm also left-handed, fun fact, so this is really hard for me to hold my hands. So yeah, sure, these are probably really boring, but I'm gonna get better at this, because this is really hard for me to like be open and talk to people and kind of just like let people in on my life. I'm a super private person, and my husband's a super private person. It's kind of how we've always been. And it's just something that like I've really been like weighing on my heart, something that I've really been wanting to try. So I really hope that y'all get to know us and love us and enjoy spending some time with us. We're just simple people, and so I love to just watch like average normal people's lives on YouTube. My mom's like, I just think that's so crazy. Like, I honestly just don't get it. But I spent like, was it Friday? Yeah, when I was like really feeling bad and I was super achy. I think I watched like a new girl. I started watching Jessica Howell, which if you've never watched her, I really highly recommend watching her. I think I watched like 18 of her Vlogmas days like that day. So I love it. So I hope that some of y'all can, get to enjoy some of my videos like I've enjoyed watching other people. These are also my mom's mixing bowls from like the 70s, I think. Somebody done stole my pan. This is like my pet peeve. When I go to look for something that I put in the same spot every time I use it, and then somebody who never cooks has decided to use it for like Lord knows what, and then it's gone. So I'll be back momentarily after I look. Come here. Say hi to the vlogs. Can you say hi to the vlogs? Puppy, look. Come here. Can you say hi? Can you say, no, we're not eating. Come here, can you show them how you eat a treat? Look, you wanna say hello? Come here, you show them how you can eat a treat? Come here, get down. Shake for mama. Now you gotta shake. Shake. Good boy. Is he not the cutest thing you've ever seen? I mean, I know I'm a little biased, but pretty sure he's honestly the cutest thing. Barefoot one. I'm pretty sure this is the one I think they get. And then I made them some little cookie brownie bars. So we're just gonna walk across the street and give them their little treat.